likes, and follows, it's all fool's gold. Yo, now what you striving for? What you seeking? Is that your voice of reason or your ego mind speaking? See, I had to learn a question, that monologue had to deepen. And when I learned the code, I knew I had to delete it. That instant attention, that drive through satisfaction. It'll do things to your mind, put corruption in your passion. A lot of folks who've been through it, they're missing in action. If you stuck chasing the op, you'll probably get caught lacking. That op is opportunity. But it don't mean that you shouldn't give it your best. It means your value isn't who you be, not what you achieve or what you don't. Yo, it don't matter who gon' give you flowers and who won't. Celebrate yourself at every step of the journey, cause it's a long one.
Alright, so yesterday I removed the fuel from the tank and I removed the fuel pump because I wanted to kind of clean the tank just to remove as much fuel as possible. Obvious reasons. I'm going to be using a stock welder kit that's going to be, transferring heat into the tank, and the last thing I want is just to have it combust. So I left the tank overnight, just kind of taking some air and ensuring that the place that I'm going to be working at is not going to be flammable or there's anything that's going to be igniting. So that's one thing. Second thing is I'm going to be removing the paint on this area because this is where I specifically I want to be able to weld the studs so I can start kind of pulling the tank and kind of giving the shape that I'm looking for. All right, so after some work, between, sandpaper, a steel brush, I was able to get everything. So now you can take a real good look at the damage, and exactly what happened to this tank. Because, I guess you can see it before, you were able to see it before, but now, can see how, wrinkled, the metal is. So now it's a matter of trying to understand, where do we start? So do you want to get greedy and maybe just go for the metal and see if we can start pulling from here? And I think from my perspective, most important thing for me is just to keep this contour or there's a line here and there's a flat area that comes through here. So I'm just gonna be pulling. Of course, it's very important to understand that this is not gonna be perfect. We're just gonna to level the surface and we're gonna try to bring it as close as possible to what this piece originally was, and then it's a matter of trying to with Bondo whatever just to kind of fix it and try to give it the final shape. So I think we're in a good place where we can actually start. Idea of what are we doing? Essentially, I'm going to use this Dent gun or Dent repair gun, stock gun, and what's gonna be doing is this is a 3mm stop adapter, or I can't remember the exact name. You're going to position this like so. You're going to press on the tank, and then this is gonna come. It's gonna enter, and this is gonna make contact, with the metal. And when you press this is going to weld this into the metal. What that's gonna allow you to do, let me just put this down. It's pretty heavy. Is to then the stud is going to be welded in here. You're going to position this in here and you're going to tighten so that you are cramping or holding down the stud, and then you're going to start doing this while this is still in the metal, being part with the metal, right? And then just is going to help you to pull it. They can come off, but if you get to a place where you actually pull the metal enough, you can then cut it, grind whatever it's left behind, and then you can look for the next suitable place for you to repeat this process until you get to a place where this dent is no longer a dent, or at least it's not as deep as it is right now. So we should be ready. I'm going to do the first one. Let me put my glasses on. I'm going to press and oh wow, that was nice. I thought it was gonna make a hell of a racket. So I'm going to try it and see if I can hold this down. I don't know if it's not enough, too much, I don't know anything. So we're gonna find out together. Okay, so let me see. Let me try this. right, so I wasn't expecting to leave a hole, but it's okay because I can weld and I can then grind and I can fix. So not concerned, but not gonna lie, I was not expecting that. Okay, so I changed to the 2mm one, and I'm going to now weld one here. Okay, and I'm going to put another one, another 2mm one, and I'm going to go here. Okay, perfect. All right, so there it is. That's the final product. Before, I had a huge dent in the tank. I was looking for a used tank that I can fix, or actually a used tank that I can use or replace without issues, but every tank was either 500 bucks with a dent, and then the brand new ones were about 5 something or 600, and some of them were not even painted. So doing the numbers, taking advantage of the possibility of like learning some skills and whatnot, I decided just to go this route. So this is not perfect, but you know what? Look at this. I can do this right now, where before it was a complete, indentation. So now what's gonna happen is I'm going to be welding the holes that I made from the studs that actually, came off when I was, pulling them. And then it's a matter of starting kind of working on bundo, and then putty, and kind of start working massaging, and maybe even a hammer just to flatten some areas that are maybe needing to get flattened before using an actual bundo. So I'm pretty happy with the results. I was not expecting anything pretty at this stage, so hopefully this is going to be a great transformation. I'm glad that whatever I did, it worked, because the tank did not explode, so yay to me. And yeah, so now let's just go to the next steps and weld it, and we'll go from here.